Okay, today we're going to talk about the electronic ignitions that we sell here at Midwest Super Cub. We have two basic systems. This is the single solder one for your single solder Kohlers. This one's a V-twin one for your V-twin Kohler command. It'll work on a Briggs and it'll work on a Kawasaki and some other brands that are a V90 motor. You know, it's 45 degrees of each way. When you hook it up, it's pretty easy on there. It takes nothing but the module and your coil. It needs to be a 3 ohm coil. And you got the black wire and red wire. The red wire is always your 12 volt positive wire where the power comes in. This here, think of this as your points wire. Like this is the trigger wire that as the magnet passes, it'll trigger this one and make the coil spark, kind of like your points would do. So do not hook up backwards. If you put 12 volts to this thing, it will burn out that module instantly and you have no chance to resurrect yourself. That's a single center one. If your block is not drilled to either one of these two, these are standard bolt patterns in most Kohlers. If it isn't drilled like a Jones block, don't have the drill bolt pattern, you'll need to drill the two bolts to put this on the front of the block. And it's not fussy at all. When you put your magnet ring on, I always put the magnet ring so you put the magnet toward the back side. The thin side goes toward the modules. The front side where the lettering would go toward the front. And if he's got a steel crank, it'd take an 1.5 inch magnet ring, and then the other side is whatever your PTO size is. We have inch, an 1.8 inch, and 1.25 inch, and an 1.5 inch is for the steel cranks. And when you put that on, see the magnet's right there. It needs to be out over toward the end of it like this. About half the magnet exposed, because the trigger point's out on the end of this thing here. You got all the way in like this, it may not even run because you might be too far under, but you got to be toward the outside. And it's not very fussy for how far you got to be apart. I mean, if you're a 1/4 inch off it or just missing, either one is fine. It'll run either way. They're not very fussy like that. And what you need to do is find some timing marks on it. You got to put some timing marks in your engine where top dead center is and mark your flywheel. And then maybe put some timing marks at 20 degrees before top dead center, 25, 30, 35, like that. So when you put a timing light, get this thing running, and you can kind of static time this thing, because like this on the front of a block, this would be turning this direction. So, you know, if you have it so it's just coming on like that, that's probably where it's going to fire at when it's on the engine. So you can kind of static time it right there, get it started, and then check with the time light. And what I usually do, I just loosen the snap ring, the set screw, and just turn this one way or the other to get to your timing you need. And once you get set, you never have to play with it again. It's already set. Like I said, it's only real simple. Just hooks up to the 3 ohm coil, and we have you know, we sell the black coil. It's like a Bosch coil. It's our own version. Don't take a resistor or nothing, or no condenser. Just these two wires. That's the positive 12 volts, like your key switch. Positive side of the coil. This will go on the negative side of the coil. Don't hook it up backwards or burn out. Now on a V-twin, same deal goes there. It's on the front of the block. This is for the left cylinder over there by the oil filter. This is for the right cylinder over by the starter. And same deal there. You got these wires here. You can kind of see here's the red and the white here, and there's the black and the red. So the red and white would go on that goes on your left coil. The red and black would go on your right coil. And there again, you got to find top dead center on one of the cylinders. It don't matter which one you do. Set your time about that, and this one will follow 90 degrees later, because it's here's center line here, it's 45 degrees each way, so it's a V90 motor, like a small box Chevy's a V90. So they're 90 degrees apart, so when you set the time one, everyone's going to follow at the same spot. So whatever way you want to do it, and it's done the same way as the single solder, and you just want to use 2 3 ohm coils. And again, you know, the red wires here, you can actually hook them together like this, and put them on one lead to the key switch for red. Then this would go on the left coil for that side there. This black one goes on the right side coil over here for that module. So, and if you ever happen to burn just one out, you can replace just the one module, just cut the wires and solder them back together here. Like this module here, the single solders, the either come red or white or red or black. And it's just because we take this double set and split it, like this one here is the right module in this one. And if you have a white one, it'd be coming out the other side, it'd be a left module. So that's the only difference on that, or it's actually your right and left. So that is all as to a crank turkey ignition.